we're making a video. Wow.
Okay, Haiti. Silence. Emily?
What are the 6 and 10 for?
Oh, so this is to remind me that I had made a video of problem 6, which I had not made previously. So I have to remember to upload it to Canvas. Same for 10.
This is the video.
This is the video.
This is the video? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Hey,
Don't say anything.
had a funny thing happen. I told you this one. So I had a student tell me, I think it was last year, he's like, guess what? I was watching one of your videos, Mr. Smith, and you know how you have a habit of like just whistling quick, trying to get the class to come back to focus, you know? She's like, did I tell you this?
Yeah.
All right, tell you the dog came in.
No.
I
What?
didn't tell you that?
No.
She's watching the video. She's watching, is this you?
No.
She's watching the video, and I whistle on the video, and her dog comes running. So, yeah, so that's now recording. Got, hey, come back, come on. Quiet, quiet, silence. Quiet. Okay, listen. It says the area of a circle is increasing at a rate of 96 pi. Raise your hand. How do I write that? Come on, hands. The area of a circle is increasing at a rate of 96 pi. How do I write that? Hands. Come on. You all know. How do I write it? There we go. For just a couple more. How do I write it? Caleb.
Would it be d of a over dt equals 96 pi?
Raise your hand if you knew it before he said it. 2 points, 3 for Caleb. Question, please, Jason. Oh, thank you. 2 for Jason. Okay, don't talk. I can't concentrate. You good? It says when the area of the region is 64 pi. Please keep reminding yourself, when you're doing a related rate problem, it is not a static problem. Things are moving. So this circle is growing, like so. Okay, it's Jake.
Well, wouldn't it start to grow less and less the later it got, because it's so big that the tiny increase fills up all the steps?
Yep. Yeah, you have to add, hey, you have to add about, look, pi is about 3. Come on, don't talk. Pi is about 3. So 96 times 3 is about 300. So Jake is right. Every second, 300 square meters, this is much bigger than what I'm drawing, 300 square meters are added to the circle. So as the circle gets larger and larger, its area is growing by the same amount every second, but visually it's going to look like it's slowing down in its growth. Isaac.
Why is it meters squared?
Oh, when you measure area, here's how I remember it.
Oh, yeah, no, we're good. We're
There,
good. Sorry.
Right.
Oh my
Please.
god, that means like the rate of the rate that it's growing will be 0. If it's always growing every second.
Hey, listen. The rate of the rate tells you how fast the rate is changing. If the rate isn't changing, the rate of the rate is 0. Outstanding. Hey, look, no. You're going to see soon, look, we have white, purple left to go. Then we start taking AP tests. And you will see very quickly why I kept pushing you to make sense of the ideas and not just say, I just copy what he does. Because you'll see how different the questions are when you have to deal with a new AP test over, just every time it's new, it's going to feel different. And that's what you got to be focusing on, is the meaning, not the work. So, pretty good so far. It says, when the area is 64 pi square meters. So, there comes a moment, this thing does not stop growing, it just keeps going. But there is an instant when you could say the area is 64 pi. That's an amount. So at that moment, we're supposed to find how fast the radius of the region is increasing. So raise your hands, please. What symbol are we trying to find? Hands up. We've got to solve this mathematically, so we need a symbol to represent what we are finding. For a few more. So Dylan in the back.
dr divided by dt.
Raise your hand if you knew it. Points. 3 for Dylan. Okay, questions? Okay, so I follow so it's definitely related rate because they are giving me one rate. It is related to the other. So I follow the little dread thing. I've got my Denikus chart going here. So I put an R right here. I need an equation that uses the amount. Hands up. Sometimes the equation is given, sometimes you have to remember it. So you need to raise your hand and tell me what is an equation that uses A and R. And once in a while there are two equations, this time just one. Yeah.
A equals 1/2 pi r squared.
Close, just pi r squared. No worries. This reminds me of the Brian Regan joke. The big yellow one is the sun. It's dirt. It's dirt in a cup. It's a cup of dirt. How many knew it? Hands up. Come on. Point. Question. Please.
If this question was different, so that the radius was growing at a constant rate, that would make it so the area wasn't growing at a constant rate, meaning that the rate of the rate wasn't 0.
I'd have to ponder that one.
I think it would be because if the.
I think my head is like thinking the wrong thing right now because the last question was talking about the radius or something.
Let's hold that one for a second. Is everybody okay with the derivative? So differentiate both sides? Good? Okay, like I said before, now is the moment when you leave the dread process behind and you simply have to say, okay, what are they asking me to find and how does my new equation help me? What are they asking me to find and how does my new equation help me? Somebody suggest. Harley.
That's can find RC and you can plug in 96 pi and use it for overdraft and then solve that thing.
So I can say, doing a little rearranging here, the RDT, 2 points for Carly, is going to be dAdt divided by 2 pi r. Question? So we hit another barrier, hands up, you know the barrier.
I know it's
Josh? This moment I don't know r, which means I've got to find the radius at the moment I'm interested in, which is I've got to find the radius at the moment the area is 64 pi. So what do I do? Jason?
use the area.
come over here and say no big deal. R squared is equal to the area divided by pi. So R squared is equal to 64 pi divided by pi. R squared is 64, hence R is 8. Two for Jason. Question? Hurrying because of time a little bit. So the RDT is going to be 96 pi divided by 2 pi multiplied by 8. And that one you do have to reduce because it's multiple choice. So
What is 96?
that's not right.
It's 6.
No, that's not
I
right.
think it's
It's 6.
6?
Bruh, I always think 4 to 6.
It's times 12 to 96.